Right, so I've seen a few people asking about a few different things about what you can actually get in terms of boxes or whatever the case may be. What can you get in terms of rights? What is a right? What does something do? How do you do it? What do I do with it? All those sort of questions. So there is a simple section once you've logged into the website, because you can't see it until you get there. If you press rights, you'll be able to get to the section that has this option. So you can each week take part in or purchase in some form of raffle. So you've got a box that's called Untamed Healers, you've got Jungle Prospectors, you've got Fierce Guardians, you've got Jungle Jackpots, Bounty Bonanza, and Golden Fever Gala. Now, it depends on how much you want to buy, it depends on what you want to do, and you don't actually have to buy anything in the first place. So whichever way you want to play, there is an opportunity for you to take part. So if, for example, you wanted to buy one of these per week, because the first one is free, because they're going to give you one of these per week for free, all right, just to underline that, one free per week. So then you have an opportunity of buying another one, or two, or three, or whatever the case may be, however many you want to buy. I don't recommend you going silly. You don't need to. Learn what you're doing first, and then make a decision. So if you wanted to buy a second one of those, you can buy it for 2 times the price of what you previously paid. So if I was to buy that one, it would then become 60, 60, 60, once I buy another one of each one of those. If I buy two, it will then become even more, twice the price, etc., etc. So they are not valuable, or they are not designed, in theory, for you to just go, oh, I'll just buy 10 of them every week. That's not the idea, okay? However, if you are wanting to take part in some form of raffle, in terms of maybe taking an opportunity and winning an actual NFT, all right, you can take part in these ones per week, or bi-weekly, or monthly, however it tends to be. So you can get one free ticket per week, okay, and then you have to buy an extra one. So as you can see, first one was 10, then 20, now it's 40, and so forth and so forth and so forth. Because as you can see, I've got 3 tickets, 2 tickets, and 2 tickets. Somebody won last week, somebody has already been drawn on that one, and the reason there's no winner yet is because in 12 hours time, this will be drawn for the first ever time. We don't know how many tickets have been sold because we haven't been told that. We don't know how many people have actually entered for free, because at the moment, if you wanted to have a quick look, all right, you could make some inferences from maybe how many tickets could have been sold, because this one is weekly, and look how many tickets. So you could imply that this has got a lot of people wanting to take part, because you can win these from that. These are very, very good items to have. A guard dog, a hunting dog, a canoe. I mean, some of these are worth some few quid. Some of these, not so much, but these are all NFTs. So these are valuable things to have. Maybe you want to take part in this one. It's got a submachine gun NFT, man. It's like, mate, you will mow down people with that. You can literally be my little friend, and they are never going to come near you. And then, hey, some of these are insane. The value of some of these. I mean, if you're not willing to spend 20 or 40 or even 100 NGL just to have a couple of extra chances, I mean, you're talking, one NGL is like 9 cents. So you're paying like $2. You could get a $10,000 NFT. That's how insane it is. Why wouldn't you want to take part? And then this one. Oh boy. This one's the big one. That's why they don't do this every week, all right? But look at some of these. I mean, these are cash generating items. Cash generating items. You can rent these on the internal marketplace for things like 1 NGL if you were really stupid, or maybe you wanted to charge 10 NGL, but basically you're going to charge them in joules, which is the equivalent of a 1 to $1 ratio. So it's all square and everything else, no problems at all. Happy Larry. So when it comes down to it, you'll be wanting to actually pay for things in joules, but you get them back in NGL because you have played in game. So in effect, if you were to get the Seabird 2, for example, you could rent that per hour, per trip, or whatever the case may be. You could charge someone to take them from the south to the east, and from the east to the north, and from the north to the east, and the east to the south. You could charge them $1 each time they went from location to location. And if there is 100 people, and there are 3 locations, you can start working out your own mathematics. So if you're not willing to spend a little bit of NGL, $4, I think we've got a problem. Because you're saying to people, I'm not interested. For less than $5 per week, as a bit of fun, having taken part in the game, you could actually take part in some of these raffles, because you will need to use NGL that is currently being ported over into the game on Matix via Polygon from Ethereum, and then you can then have some of these options. That's the best way of doing it, because you've taken part in it. So maybe you're not interested in the raffles. Maybe you're not interested in free NFTs. Maybe that's not your thing. Fine, don't worry about it. You can have one of these for free. These are non-NFTs. These are the sort of things you can buy from in-game, that you just have a single use option, so it's just like a one-time only, but it will actually help you in some form of functionality. Maybe you might want some gold panning options. Maybe you want the constant having a gold pan. You can collect those for free. These ones are purchasable. These ones are purchasable. But all these things here are usable things in-game that you could find use. And then you need a weapon, for example. Maybe you get this. I've actually got one or 2 of these. These are very, very helpful. Very, very helpful. I've got a few of those. I've got machetes. I've got 3 tents. 3 tents. Unbelievable. Really helpful. Really useful. And it's all designed just to keep people just having that little bit of extra thing, just to keep them playing in the game, enjoying the experience. And then if they find some use, they'll spend a little bit more money, and then they can do some other things like skills, perks, free land options. Maybe they want to do a business option of some description. As you can see there, it's already been staked, so I can actually sell things to businesses when they get up and running. There's so much information and opportunities. But at the end of the day, all this is here, but unless you're willing to pay 0 NGL for a free one of these per week, I don't know why you're watching this video. So there are plenty of different things within the website. Each thing is different, but this was just a slight introduction into the raffles to show you some of the things that you could win for a very, very small amount. That's not a bad option. I recommend you go and have a look. Gold Fever.